photo enthusiasts. Tripod basics. We've gone over them before, and they're very, very important, and mostly for safety. So the sad thing is we see people drop their cameras, drop their lenses right off the tripod, or juggling things to try to get it on the tripod. So we don't want to see people drop their cameras and break them. So I want to reiterate these safety basics for mounting your camera on your tripod for not only safety but your best photography results. So your most tripods will have a quick release plate, and this screws into the tripod attachment on the bottom of your camera. Now, some of them have a little lever that you can spin around to tighten, but you can have also use a screwdriver or a little tripod tool, which this is. It has a little hex on one side and a flat screwdriver on the other. So we want to make sure this is hand tightened as tight as you can so that there is no movement at all in this plate here. So we want to always make sure that's solid and never moving. So before I mount the camera to the tripod, I want to make sure that the head is rotated around so that the knob that tightens the actual physical attachment to the camera is underneath the lens, so that you won't accidentally mistake it with these knobs here. And another great tip to do right when you're setting the tripod up is to have this, since this is going to be under the lens, you want the leg of the tripod, create a front leg for stability, so that if you tilt the camera down this way, the weight goes down in their support from this leg and it won't accidentally tumble over, especially in a downhill position. So the quick release plate has grooves. They slide in to the back first and then the front. And I check to see, is it in the groove? Yes, it is. So I tighten it, hand tightened, very, very tight. And then I check it. I try to move it and it's so solid. That is what you're going for. So now you've taken some great shots in this location and you want to move to the next. How do we move this camera on the tripod? Very carefully. So we double check our attachment, make sure it's solid, but this is a big no-no. Okay, I don't want to see any Tom Sawyers walking down the path like this. Okay, you have no eyes on it, for one, and for two, it's just not a good practice to bounce your camera around mounted to the tripod. If you have a strap on, you can put that around your shoulder as a double safety, but I just really prefer to carry it with my hand on the camera and my other hand on the tripod legs, and moving along without bumping anyone. Okay, and this is another reason why we don't carry the cameras or the tripods like this, because you swing around and you're gonna knock someone out, and it happens more often than we'd like to see. So lastly, this is a thing that no one thinks they do, but they really do. So you want to kind of babysit yourself and make sure that you're not doing this. So I want to adjust my camera slightly to the left. Okay, some people put their hands on it and they go, "Ugh, I'm turning it, I'm turning it, I'm turning it." What happens here is you're loosening your camera's attachment to the tripod when you do this. So do not ever move the camera on the tripod without loosening the proper knobs so that we can rotate it side to side, okay, and up and down, side to side, and nice and tight, nice and tight, nice and tight. And I check again, is my camera attached to the tripod? Well, yes it is, so I'm ready to go.